Clean lines, sharp angles, and a kill zone at the center. This base doesn't just look dangerous. It is. How you doing? I'm Rebel. Welcome back to 7 Days. Today, I'm building a triangle base that started out as a pyramid idea, but then it quickly evolved into something leaner and meaner. It's built to control the flow of zombies and keep me in charge from the first zombie to the last. It probably won't work. Let's get into it. Alright, so first we picked out a nice flat area with no trees or rocks or garbage in our way. And we just need to really start building a staircase up. I don't really know how high I want it. I mean, it's got to be at least an 11 block high base just so that the zombies don't go into destroy everything mode once they get up. I did find that a 13 to 15 block high pathway works out a lot better. Because if a zombie falls and there's already a zombie down into wherever it's falling from. Okay, so if a zombie's up here fighting, imagine there's a base here. The zombie's up here fighting, and they fall 11 blocks, and they land on top of a zombie, and you have an 11 block fall. Technically, that's only a 10 block fall, probably a 9, because zombies take up about 2 blocks, depending on the type of zombie. But an 11 block fall is what's needed for the zombies to keep from going into destroy everything mode. Again, a 13 to 15 block fall I found works much better, but 11 is the minimum. Something else I was thinking about doing in this video is somebody gave me the idea of going through all of my old bases, just one by one, flying by them really quick, and just, I don't know, logging it, I guess, before the 2.0 patch comes out, just so that when it does come out, obviously, if I lose the world, I lose all these bases. Now, I could go through and export them all and save them as files so that I can import them into the new 2.0 world. But that's a lot of work. So I might end up just going through, flying by, maybe showing you guys some of the bases that I built, because there are some bases out there that have never seen the light of day. I can see... There we go. I can see one of them right now. Way out there. That one has never seen the light of day, and it probably won't just because it works, but it's weird. I'll show it to you in a minute. I also have some bases with fallback points. So essentially I built a base. The base that I built has a fallback, like, backup part of the base that's behind the original build. And a lot of those backup bases I've never even used, never had to use them. So they're basically just sitting back there out there somewhere collecting dust. Alright, I know it doesn't look exactly like a triangle yet, and it's probably not going to at all, but this base is going to look like a diagonal slide all the way down. You know, something else that I've seen other people do that actually does work, it's not the best use of resources because it offers you 0 protection whatsoever, but if you went through and you put a block, every other block, all the way up to your fighting position, kinda like this. It's a pain, and it's tedious, but it does work, where the zombies have such a hard time with jumps, it takes them so long to make the jumps, that you can literally just keep going back and forth, going from lower to higher, raising up and down, confusing the zombies. They get really confused if you make a base that looks all jumbled up like that, because they can only jump up 1 block at a time. And so I'm out of stamina. And so it takes the zombies a very long time to get to the top. So if you built a base like that, you can literally stand up here with Horde Night, and you have to avoid all the cop spit and all the birds, but it's effective. You just keep bouncing back and forth, killing some zombies here, jumping up and down, moving around. You move over here, come over here, shoot some zombies. It does work. It is just a pain in the butt to build. And that is really not the base that I'm trying to build. All right, now I got to go through and put the slide in on all of them. It's not even the slide. It's literally just ramp pieces. The zombies have no issues whatsoever with these blocks. So it shouldn't be any problem whatsoever for them to come up to me. All right, now that we got the whole thing covered all the way down, so it's just one big solid slide, pyramid, triangle, whatever you want to call it, you need to corner off these edges. And this should... I don't think I can corner off that top one. That should keep the zombies funneling into a V when they reach the top. That way it's restricting the amount of zombies that can actually come after you at once. So if you're a zombie, they're running up the stairs. I really wish zombies had stamina. That would really help me out. And I'm hoping that if I sit right here, aiming down, and I stab them, I hope they slide all the way down. Don't know if it's gonna work. I've never done a base like this before. But right now, the meta of the game is kind of like every single base that's out there uses the pull side centered for the walkway. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I do it too. It's probably one of the best tactic, obviously meta. It's the most efficient tactic available. The downside of that is every single base is built and looks the same. Again, nothing wrong with that. It just gets boring after a while. So I figured I would try something just a little bit different. Like I said, I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Just something I wanted to try. All right, I think I got the basic layout of the base built. They just run up, come up here, get stabbed by me, fall all the way back down. Turn around, run up, or if I'm lucky, they'll fall here, fall all the way down. I think wedging them into this little area though, see, this is the part that I don't like, is they could stand right here and beat at the side. So I'm gonna have 3 wide zombies rather than just 1 wide. It's gonna be tough. We'll figure it out though. All right, I'm gonna pause right here for a minute. There is a chance that this world might not make it through the update. So before we get too deep on this triangle base, looking at the base, it looks nothing like a triangle. I don't know why I'm calling that. I'm gonna need your help with a name on this one. I wanna take a second and walk through some of the old builds that I've had along the way. From weird experiments to bases that somehow actually worked. Let's take a look at the chaos, the creativity, and maybe even a few mistakes I'll pretend were intentional. So here's one of my most recent ones. It's the Zig Zag base. That was a lot of fun. A pain in the butt to build, but it was a lot of fun. Here's one of the other bases that I built that was running from one base to another. It's like the wedge base with the the Overhang Horde base. That was the name of this one. Because if the zombies fall, that door opens up and you can chuck grenades down at them. Yeah, I remember that one. Here's one of the favorite bases that I've had. It is the floating Horde base. That was a pain in the butt to build. All of these are a pain in the butt to build. Why do I do this to myself? Here's the Tightrope Base. And this is where I found out and learned that zombies will not spawn super far away from you. This one here, I'm pretty sure was like one of the earliest bases that I had. One of the earliest builds that I had. I think it was called the SmackShack. Oh, this is one of my favorite builds because it was so easy and so fun. The Cupcake Horde base. The Testing Center Horde base. I was testing the pathways. Here should be a farm, I think. Yeah, it's my underground farm. Here's where I did a lot of testing with what it takes to... So we got Arlene, Spear. Took 2 hits to take down a feral Arlene. Here was the base that I built. That wasn't my idea. I didn't find this one out. I didn't come up with this. That if you cover your base with dirt, the zombies, for whatever reason, unless they patched it out, they don't go into rage mode. You just gotta cover your bases with dirt. It looks like garbage, but it works. This right here is the base that I built specifically for Coleslaw. He was asking me to build a base that was an AFK base. It was a zombie dropper base, so they literally just run up, fall down. Little SMG auto turret takes them out. They turn around, cycle through, run back up, fall back down. This right here was another fun base that I built. I really liked building this because I actually made it look really castle-like, in my opinion. As good of castle as I can. With the construction blocks. And the other thing that I liked about this base that I never really even used was I had a backup base right off the back of it. So you just turn around and you can fight during a hallway, controlled by the doors so they can't get in. Here is one of the water bases that I used. Filled this entire center column here up with water, and then I would fight from the inside, and as I was fighting, I would release the zombie water block, and water would just pour out the bottom, or off the top. Didn't really work the way I wanted it to, but it still worked. There's a bowling alley I was making. Never really got around to finishing it, though. This was the fallback base that failed miserably. This base here was a lot of fun. This was my first ever attempt at a water base. As you can see, they destroyed the base and flooded the entire area. This one here is pretty recent too. This is the water base that I built. Then the crawler base, which is pretty recent too, also worked pretty well. This is the multi-person horde base, where you can run like 7 people in this one horde base. This thing is a beast. This one here, I think I was trying to build an emergency horde base, and it just never came to be. Never worked out the way I wanted it to. This right here is what is left as from the beginner to end game horde base. I get so many questions about how to build the walkways. I left it out of the video, not intentionally. I just figured it was a super easy thing to build. I had to destroy part of it, and the reason I had to destroy part of it, I didn't have a thumbnail for the beginner part of it. And so after I ran the horde through it, I took a picture of it, screenshot, and I was like, okay, I'll make the thumbnail out of this. This works well. In order to get the thumbnail, I had to delete the base, the part of the base that I wasn't using, just because if I didn't delete it, I wouldn't have a thumbnail for that video. This was the Zapper horde base. This one I actually really enjoyed. So this was me showing that if you run an electric fence post in line with their pathway, it works out so much better for you. And if you always have the caboose end on your end of the fighting position, you can always repair it the entire horde night. Works out great. Here's a floating horde base. Did I ever use? Oh yeah, I remember I rained down bullets from this one. This was a good one too. Here is one of those bases that probably will just never see the light of day just because it's so complicated, it's so complex, and it does work. It's super, super finicky. So the zombies come up, and they kind of just get stuck. They get wedged in here. They can't get through. But I had to build this backup staircase on it just because if they destroyed the ladder or one block failed, then their whole pathway would just be destroyed, and it didn't work. But I will say, it's one of my favorite looking bases that I've built. Here's another one of my favorite bases. It is
the Navezgane Zombie Warrior Base.
This one was a lot of fun too. Here's one of the bases that I built that's not really a base. It was literally just a street. I felt like building the street, and this is where I did all of the testing for the fuel efficiency. I think pretty much everybody remembers the spike base that caused me and my eyes to have seizures. Here's another pain in the butt base that took me forever to build. I had you guys name this one. It was the Confusion Base, or the... what was the name of it? The Pit of Confusion Base. Just because there's so many different pathways and walkways that the zombies can take. This was actually a really fun base. Oh, this is the secret turret base. That's right. Yeah, I remember, because at the very end of it, I think there was like a demo. A demo or a soldier that fell all the way down and just wouldn't come back up. This one right here was just me trying to see how long it would take zombies to penetrate, like, was that like 8 layers of concrete? This was the biggest and most tedious base that I've ever built in my entire life. 2 pillars. You guys see how many pillars there are? 2 pillars is 1 stack of concrete. A stack is 500 blocks. There's 250 blocks on each pillar. This was the pathway base, the zombie pathway. I was controlling which way the zombies go with doors. This is the Overkill Base. The accidental AFK base. This right here was one of the most, one of the first abominations of a horde base. I was trying to build a floating horde base before I knew about the V-rails. and zombies just came in and destroyed this thing. And I think this base got a ton of hate because the electric fence posts aren't in line with the pathway, and there's no backup fighting position. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like this one. I actually really enjoyed it. Here's where I do all my distance testing. Can't not have that. That thing is so important when you're building bases. And then there's the Goliath Horde base. This is probably my absolute favorite Horde base that I've ever built. Zombies run up, you can shoot at them all throughout the thing. Come over to the side, shoot them as they're coming this way. Just had so many different fighting positions. Shoot them from down here as they're coming in, off to the sides. Yeah, this was a fun. That was this is one of my favorite bases I've ever built. What else we got? There's one that I'm looking for specifically that I always lose. Oh, here's my underground bunker base. I have another zombie pit. Where's the other one at? This was a really fun base to build just because I messed around a lot with the painting. You heard how many times I broke my ankles on that? A lot of this stuff nobody ever saw. Like put rotter on the side, end at the bottom. Never really showcased that. I had teeth. I had teeth on the fall. Hey, here was my Halloween base. Thought it turned out pretty good. Doesn't exactly look like a pumpkin, but I know there it is. I was just gonna say, I know there's a pumpkin around here somewhere. Made a base for Halloween. Didn't really work, so I just abandoned it and called it the pumpkin. And this is the thing that I get the absolute most comments on. The absolute most comments on. How do you build the beginner Horde base? I probably should have spent so much more time explaining how to build this. So, simple. Walkway up. Real easy. I use stairs and cobblestone. Whole side centered. Wedge pieces on the side to narrow it down. Wedge pieces on the roof. Corner pieces. These bars should have been scaffolding ladders because scaffolding ladder stops cop spit. I put another bar off the front. A wooden hatch to the front. That was it. This is a great beginner Horde base. I remember that. I still, to this day, get not hundreds, 10, about one comment a day on this beginner Horde base and how you build it. One of the most basic, easy, and reliable bases to build. This base right here, as it sits, would probably last you till about your 4th blood moon, maybe. It might get overrun on your 4th blood moon. This is the first base that I built from a viewer suggestion, I think. It's either the first or the second. So I built this whole base, and then just shoot rockets down from the side. Rockets, grenades, time charges, arrows. Just non-stop rockets. This right here is the 2 wood bases. The 2 that I built? Yeah, it was 2 wood bases versus a 70-day Horde. And as you can see, it did not go well for me. This is an emergency Horde base. Here's the other emergency Horde base. Both worked out great. Can't forget about Zombie Plinko. An idea that I thought was super original, super fun, and somebody brought it to my attention that it's been done before. I was so angry. I mean, give credit to where credit's due. If it's been done before, it's been done before. I respect that. I think it's been done by Pancake Posse, I think his name is. But I was just mad that it was been done before. I thought it was my original idea. And to me, it was my original idea, but my Christmas tree for Christmas time. All right, I think I spent more time looking at my old bases than I did building up this base. I'm gonna try to cut a lot of that out. But I think that's pretty much all of the notable bases that I think I built. A lot of good memories in this world. All right, so I have to ask, while I'm painting this, out of all of those bases, So the first question is, number one, do you remember all of those bases? The second question is, which one is your favorite? And the third question is, if you could try only one of them, like if you could come into this world and you could essentially run a horde through only one of them, which one do you want to try? Bonus question, what would you do to make it better? All right, I think that's going to be about it. I don't want to put any electric fence posts right here. I was thinking about putting one up, but the more I think about it, if I put an electric fence post right here and it zaps a zombie right here, even if I'm sitting there swinging at him, he's still stuck right there. I don't want him stuck. I want them gone. I want them falling down the hill. Oh, I hope this works. As long as they pathway to me, that's all I care about. I can take care of the rest. Just path to me. I gotta stay on top of the repairs. I'll take care of the rest. All right, let's get a horde set up. We got creative mode off, dev mode off, set time, day 70, 21:58. Here goes nothing. Welcome to the Killing Slope Horde Base. Thought of something. Thought of a name. The Killing Slope. It's not a triangle. It's not a pyramid. Which was the initial plan. Nice. Come on up. Made it just for you. Now you can go back down. Thank you. I appreciate you showing up. Bye. Radiateds are going to be a problem. And so is stamina. All right. Had enough of you. Down you go. Soldiers, thank you for your service. Adios. You guys can fall if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. This might not work. I am getting overwhelmed already. Let's clear out some of these guys, hopefully. Knock them down. Make them fall. Come on, all of you. Switch over to the 762. What is hitting me? Man, I can't get anywhere near. It's a hand just sitting there. I can't get anywhere near these bars. Come on. Repair. Reload. Sir, get your big belly out of here. I need a minute to check repairs. Don't have time. Yeah, see, that was halfway gone already. Oof. Down you go. Come on, all of you. Down. Gonna have to reload. Just let it play. Let the reload play. We need it. And I can't believe this thing's already halfway damaged. Come on. Birds, I don't have time for you. Definitely don't have time to even look up. Big Mama's complete. Got a second. I have 1 second to reload. Come on, get out of here. I don't want to hear you screaming this entire time. Health's risky. Stamina's risky. I was trying to aim down sights purposefully so that, yes, it's using my stamina, but I don't want to hit my bars. I don't want to cause my bars any more damage than are already getting hit. Can you go away? Go away, please. Thank you. I need the repulsor mod on the shotgun, man. Getting a lot of loot bags. Come on. The reason I'm using the 44 right now, yes, it's only got 8 rounds in it, but it does pack a punch and the reload is quick. Ooh, this is risky. Hour and a half into Horde Night and they're all just at my door, man. Might have to take a health pack already. Come on. Needs repairs. Needs reloading. Come on, just unload on all of them. Here we go. That cleaned him out a little bit. Nice little street sweeper. Ooh. How did you get up there? Acrobatic zombies climbing on top of my building. Psychos. I gotta check for repairs again. It's getting risky. Thanks, Lumberjack. Appreciate the noise you just made. My favorite. These guys gotta go. They gotta fall. I have a feeling this base is not gonna make it. He's gonna blow. I really hope I caught him. No, cop. Man, I gotta get the other SMG up. I gotta get the SMG up. No, you don't. There's gonna be another one on my roof, isn't there? Crazy. He's in. He phased through. He phased through. Reload, reload, reload. Man, that was good and bad. Took out a couple zombies and damaged my base. Man, I need like the double. You. Come on. I really hope I got some stuff reloaded. Grenades would have been a nice choice. Any type of explosive whatsoever would have been a nice choice. Man, the time is like dragging now. We got to like 1 a.m. almost instantly. And now it feels like time is going backwards, man. Not even 2 a.m. yet. It's gonna be like the last of the M60 because we only got 18 more rounds after this. Not even worrying about the reload. The SMG, I have to worry about the reload. Finally, 2 a.m. 2 more hours. I gotta check for repairs. Another cop just blew up down there. Not the best designed base in the entire world. But we got this. No traps. Just a giant hill for the zombies to roll down. Nope, 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 nope. No point in reloading that. No point in reloading this. I only got 18 rounds. Alright, that's all the 7.62. That's a demo that I didn't even see standing there in front of me. Come on. That's not good. That was actually super helpful. Kind of. I don't have time to fight, man. I just gotta repair. But as soon as they start climbing up on top of each other, I gotta go. Come on. Can't let them climb. Can't let them climb. Giant hole in my base. Another demo. Can't hit his button, man. Can't afford it. I hit it, but I think he died. It's not good, man. Not good at all. Back! How did you get in? I didn't see you come in. Ma'am, stop looking at me. With your dead eyes. Literally. And this... She was angry. Making me angry. Just standing there swiping away at my base for like 10 minutes. No climbing each other. This is honestly one of the most hectic Horde bases I've had in a long time. Go away, demos. Just go away. Ma'am, can you just go down, please? What? Down. That's not the down that I wanted. Come on, run. I'm getting annihilated, man. Have anything? Shotgun. Birds. Demo. You are gonna be my saving grace if I can hit your button, buddy. Nope. Couldn't hit it. Lumberjack. Oh, man. Not gonna make it. 13 health, 15 health. Not giving up. Just keep running. Hey, I'm back. Didn't know that I just made a giant loop. Good shot. Deer. Sorry, deer. You are bait. Thank you. Run. Run. You guys can all walk now. Thank you very much. Now I just gotta clean them out. Single file. That was one of the craziest Horde nights I've had in a long time. When I was showing off the bases, one of the things that I said was that I don't show the full base build on purpose, but I don't think I ever gave a reason. My reason. My reason for not showing off the entire base, one, was because I did give a reason. My reasoning was that it was boring to watch. My second reasoning, which is actually the more important one, is if I show you how to build a base, and you just copy the base block for block, like exactly block for block, like you make the base an exact replica, like, I'm flattered, but I'm taking your fun away if I do that. If you just build my base, I'm taking away your fun. The fun is in the creativity part of it. So take part of a base that I show you, not the whole thing. I mean, if you want to take the whole thing, take the whole thing. I don't care. But take part of a base, something, one aspect of the base that you liked, and integrate that into your own base. Creativity is the fun part in this game. Be creative with it. Mix it up. Change things around. Make it look cool. There are far more creative people and far better 7 Days players out there than me. I guarantee you, you guys mix it up, you might surprise yourself. And that was the killing slope. I threw everything I had at it. A full night 70 Horde, and somehow I made it through. Barely. This was one of the most chaotic, unpredictable, and honestly fun bases I've survived in for a long time. It was nowhere near perfect, but it held up just long enough to get the job done. I've got a few tweaks in mind for next time, but now I'm calling this one a win. I love the struggle in 7 Days to Die. You know the rest of the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace, I'm outta here.